Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Bowling Through Albums, brought to you by the Vinyl Hunger YouTube channel, your go-to show for all things vinyl and music. This is Hot Takes, where we dive into matters making waves in the music world, or sometimes just what's been going down in my own vinyl journey. A quick hit, 15 minutes of unfiltered, no-holds-barred discussion on what's relevant right now. So grab your headphones and let's get into it. My name is Harvey, and I am your host. And with me, as always, is Sammy.
Hello.
And Dino.
Hey there.
And Sam the Priester's here to help us with our facts.
How's it going?
Today's hot take is John Sykes. And
May he
you
rest in
guys
peace.
Who the fuck is that?
don't know who he is, but yeah, rest in peace. He just passed away. And I'd like to thank everybody for listening, and everybody with your comments and people that I've seen and friends that I've seen. And thank you. I'd like to thank you so much for listening. And remember, please tell people about the podcast, because I guess marketing just doesn't work.
Whitesnake.
It's more like a word of mouth kind of thing. So yeah, so John Sykes, one of my favorite guitar players, and I was so sad
Mine
to
too.
hear him go. So
When
this
did he
guy,
pass away?
2 days ago.
Oh shoot,
so he just passed away this year, this month,
9 days ago.
and so he fucking died of cancer, like always, like everybody. When I was reading about what happened, so he was born July 29, 1959, and till January 25th. And so anyways, so when I was younger, we didn't have much money, and Richard and I were all like heavy metal freaks and shit. So Richard somehow had this album, Tigers of Pantang. It was called Crazy Nights, and it had a great fucking cover. It's a tiger on top of a building swatting fucking check it out, look it up. It's Tigers of Tyger of Pantang. That album cover right there. So he had this album, and like we would never like listen to it. We just like, you could see the back and look fucking metal and shit. And so we started listening to it because it was heavy. It was like heavy, but it was very like real like heavy metal stuff. And they had this guy called John Sykes on guitar, and he was fucking good. I mean, there was a bunch of songs that I remember that we really liked. And then after that, he went to Thin Lizzy, which I didn't really follow that much, but he was with them for the last album. He was super, super like down that he wasn't able to continue working with Lynott, the lead singer, guitar player for Thin Lizzy. Yeah, I never listened to Thin Lizzy besides like The Boys Are Back in Town. That's them, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thin Lizzy is rad.
Thin
You should
Lizzy.
check him out. You'd like.
Phil Lynott especially. But they were like Thin Lizzy was like a guitar
Yeah, 'cause
player factory.
they had this guy Steve Vai in there too, right?
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy, yeah.
I didn't know who
So,
it was at
Steve
first.
Vai also, a funny postscript is Steve Vai followed him in Whitesnake.
Thin
Yeah.
Lizzy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
His time at Whitesnake is one of my favorite times.
So I went to the swap meet one day, and I got this Whitesnake album, right? It's called Slide It In. And it was so badass. And that was this guy, John Sykes on guitar. And I used to love that song. It was so wrong. I mean, the lyrics and stuff. But let me play it for you real quick. So this is what I was listening to. We're listening to Slide It In from Whitesnake. And interesting about this is that this was written by Whitesnake's previous guitar player, right? He wrote and played all these songs, but they brought in John Sykes right after they recorded the album, and he re-recorded the entire guitar parts for only the American. So for the American release. So this is what we're listening to, is his guitar playing. And when I found the other it's day and night. It's his tone is what sets him apart completely. So this guy, he comes and plays like with Whitesnake with Slide It In, and they get pretty big because of it. Dave Coverdale brought him in specifically to change the sound of Whitesnake to a more polished, like you can hear it on this. Because if you listen to anything older, I mean, you could really tell. Let me play you something a little older than Slide
Tigers
It In.
of Pantang. Doesn't it sound like
Yes.
Tigers
sound
of
cool.
Poontang?
It does.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should play you Tigers of Pantang.
Pantang.
'Cause I noticed that they had it on here. It's
I have a
He-
sneaking suspicion that's what he was going for.
John Sykes was definitely one of the most underrated guitar players at the time because he was a badass.
okay. So this is Tigers of Pantang.
Is John Sykes in any way related to Oliver Sykes?
No,
I
Just
don't
kidding.
know.
I could just tell you right now. No.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's from Bring Me the Horizon,
Oh wow.
the lead singer. Or
Could
whatever.
be. Maybe.
So this is this dude back in '79
Wait, who is this playing guitar? What are we
John
listening to?
Sykes.
John Sykes.
for Tigers of Pantang.
Oh,
So at least we can hear one of his solos. See, when I was younger, I listened a lot solely because of the guitar solos and stuff. I don't know that, even though like I'm a singer now, I wish I could have taken the time to learn guitar just to play some of these solos. It's like every time I pick up a guitar, that's the only thing I want to do. Just
seems like it's probably the most fun part, right?
Yeah.
like listen to this. This is great, but it sounds old.
Yeah, I like it.
But see, my big problem with Senior John Sykes was that he creates this great album that breaks all kinds of fucking records, that gets this music genre just blown up, and he doesn't get to reap any of the benefits with Still of the Night, with Whitesnake's 1987 album. So they released that album, and now it's all John Sykes. He helped write. He helped write all these songs.
This is my favorite work of his.
When
I know this song.
so when you watch the video, I think the video's in the YouTube playlist there.
Bring up the vid.
Still of the Night. So this
Sorry,
is
what
what
was the
we
name of the
saw,
song?
right? We saw this shit, and
That's the singer's wife right there.
yeah, she was in a movie with Tom Hanks called Bachelor Party. That was her big claim to fame, and then she started going out with this dude. So when we first saw this video, we were just like, "Get the fuck out of here!" A band with Adrian Vandenberg, great guitar player, comes from a band of his own name, Vandenberg. Fucking the guy from, he gets fucking Vivian Campbell from Dio on the other side. He gets Rudy Zarzo that came from Quiet Riot and Ozzy. Tommy
bass.
Aldridge, that's the best fucking drummer ever from Ozzy and stuff. And you see him here, and I was just like, oh my God. So I listened to the album, and I'm just like, wow, this shit's insane. But it didn't sound.
Psych.
It didn't sound like, because I know what Vivian Campbell's solos sound like, and I know what Adrian Vandenberg's shit sounds like, because I was totally obsessed by both those guys, so I knew all their solos and shit, and none of the stuff that I was listening to in this song, and all these songs sounded anything like. So I finally get, because I had the cassette, so I finally get the album, look in the back of the album, none of their names are there. It's John Sykes. It's everybody from Slide It In. They all got fucking fired. And I think it's just because he was selling the look.
Wait, so they're just in the music video, but they're not
They
actually
didn't play
playing?
any
play
of the
any of it.
songs.
Oh, what a fucking rip off!
It was a fucking jip. And this is the first time I ever saw him in concert, was on this album. And they were fucking phenomenal. Because I got to see all these guys on the video. I got to see him. And had already seen like Rudy Zarzo and Tommy Aldridge with Ozzy.
Yep.
But watching Adrian Vandenberg, he used to have the song called Burning Heart that I used to love. So anyways, yeah, so he never got to reap any of the benefits. He never got famous. We
keep him alive.
yeah.
we keep him alive.
I could tell you, John Sykes, nobody knows. Had he been in these videos and stuff, he would have been like a household name, like some of these guys in the music world, you know?
Wait, but why didn't he get famous or anything?
Well, he went on from this to Blue Cheer, and then back to like doing Thin Lizzy and stuff. He just that was his time, and it got taken away from him. I think you know how
Well,
you
he
get that one
they
break.
created a freaking masterpiece in this album, I think, and didn't get credit for it. So if he got credit for this album, like
He did
publicly,
in writing,
he did, but publicly, if he had got it, he'd been super famous.
If he was right there playing the guitar, basically, because this next part, the singer asked him. He goes, "Hey, dude, can you possibly play a solo with the bow like Jimmy does? It'd be great in this song." He goes, I don't know, dude. I mean, I've never even played violin or anything. He goes, well, it's supposedly pretty easy. So, all right, fuck it. So he tried it and it's one of the coolest parts in this song. It's crazy that we're kind of in the same place as where we're listening to that.
I know, right?
Yeah, because that's a video, and then we're listening to the record.
Oh, that's so funny. I was like, wow, it's like, I can't.
It's
How did
almost
we
in
switch
sync.
to the TV? I thought we were listening to the TV. Oh yeah, thanks, Sam.
It's perfect.
Pretty good timing there.
You're
I think
welcome.
right here is where he does that thing. Look, that
Yeah.
that sound. It's with the bow. So that was John Sykes. Yep. So he pretty much, just passed away, and everybody was talking about him, man. That's what made me do this hot take on him, because I had no idea that he was as respected as I thought he should be. He is. He was. Like, everybody came out and talked about how his playing inspired them and everything. And even Steve Vai came out and said when he came out and to play on the album after 1987, he listened to a lot of John Sykes. And of course, he knew it because he was playing it out there on tour, because when this whole super group ended, Adrian Vandenberg got hurt and Vivian Campbell went out to be in Def Leppard. So in comes Steve Vai to play guitar for these guys. And when they recorded the album, he made sure to listen to all of John Sykes stuff and make sure that he was on par with it, not like copying him exactly, but to keep it in the same spirit. So I thought it was super cool of him. And when he says that when he plays his solos and everything, like he tries to keep it, tries to keep himself out of it and just play like John would have played it. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, you got to pay homage to that. I mean, that solo is just fucking fire.
Yeah. But yeah, so what do you think about John Sykes, Simon? What do you think? It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I like his hair.
I bet you he still had it when he was old.
Not if he had cancer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Bleak. That was bleak.
So that's my hot take on John Sykes.
Hot takes and hot cakes. Yeah.
All right, so that's our hot take on John Sykes. So stay tuned for more hot takes as weeks continue. This is Harvey saying farewell.
So long.
See you later.
Have a good one.